Most people think attraction is about being impressive, but the truth is, people aren't reacting to your personality. They're reacting to how their nervous system feels around your personality. You can feel the difference almost immediately. Some people walk into a room and everyone subtly tightens up around them. Conversations become performative, people start filtering themselves harder, laughing slightly differently, watching their wording. Other people walk into the room and something relaxes. The conversation gets more honest. Someone says what they actually think instead of the polished version. People stop performing quite as hard. And strangely, those are usually the people others keep wanting to come back to. Not because they're perfect socially, because they feel emotionally breathable. You can watch this happen in tiny ways. Someone tells a story and keeps glancing at your face to see if you're judging them. Someone starts talking and speeds up halfway through because they're afraid of taking too much space. Someone shares an opinion and immediately softens it with, "But I don't know." A lot of people are walking through conversations slightly braced, trying not to sound stupid, trying not to be awkward, trying not to say the wrong thing. And when somebody finally stops making them feel evaluated all the time, they remember that person. That's why the people who naturally attract others usually aren't obsessing over being interesting every second. They're present. They ask follow-up questions because they're actually listening instead of waiting for their turn to speak. They laugh fully instead of calculating whether the reaction looked cool enough. They let silences exist without panicking and rushing to fill them. Nothing dramatic, but people feel the difference. We've all met the person who only talks at you while scanning the room for someone more important. They're extracting status. The magnetic person isn't trying to get somewhere else while talking to you. A lot of socially magnetic people also aren't trying to extract something from every interaction. You can feel when someone needs something from the room: attention, validation, approval, confirmation that they're liked. And weirdly, the harder somebody tries to pull energy toward themselves, the more tense people become around them. Because now everyone can feel the transaction underneath the interaction. Part of social ease is not gripping so tightly, not monitoring yourself every 5 seconds, not replaying every sentence while you're still speaking it, not trying to engineer the perfect impression in real time. People relax around people who are relaxed enough to actually participate. That's the strange part. The people who become magnetic usually aren't focused on attraction directly. They're focused on participation. They're curious about things. They engage with life visibly. They have interests that aren't entirely performative. They notice things, invite people into conversations, include the quieter person at the table instead of competing for the center of attention. You see it behaviorally. They're not constantly scanning the room to see how they're being perceived. They don't immediately shrink after saying something honest. They don't apologize for existing halfway through every sentence. And honestly, a lot of this changes once people stop treating social interaction like a test they have to pass. Because most disconnection isn't caused by lack of social skill, it's caused by self-protection. People become careful, over-controlled, emotionally edited. They stop saying things unless they're sure it'll land well. Stop reaching out first. Stop inviting people into their actual personality because rejection starts feeling too personal after a while. You can always feel when someone is talking from behind emotional glass. They're there physically, but part of them is still hiding from the interaction while it's happening. And other people feel that distance too. Not consciously maybe, but they feel it. Think about the one person you can sit in silence with for 10 minutes without it feeling awkward. Why them? It's not their resume, it's that they don't require you to perform. Some people respond to loneliness by trying harder to impress people, becoming funnier, more successful, more optimized, more socially strategic. Other people slowly become easier to be around in a much quieter way. They start letting conversations be imperfect. They stop rehearsing texts for 40 minutes before sending them. They invite people to things without trying to guarantee the outcome emotionally first. They participate before certainty arrives. That's a huge shift because after a while, social anxiety isn't always fear of people. Sometimes it's fear of emotional exposure. Fear that if people actually see the unedited version of you, they won't stay interested. But the strange thing is, most real connection starts after the performance relaxes a little. You see it in moments most people overlook. Someone snorting when they laugh because they forgot to monitor themselves for half a second. Someone admitting they're nervous instead of pretending to be perfectly composed. Someone changing their mind out loud without defending their ego for 10 minutes first. Those moments feel human, and humans trust humanity more than Polish. Eventually, you realize being socially magnetic has less to do with becoming more impressive and more to do with becoming less defended, less emotionally armored, less focused on controlling perception, more willing to let people actually meet you while you're still unfinished. That's what draws people in long term. Not performance, not status, not trying to become universally liked, just the feeling that around you, people don't have to disappear behind their own social mask quite as much. And honestly, that's rare enough now that people remember it immediately. Because a lot of people aren't looking for somebody perfect to be around. They're looking for somewhere they can finally unclench a little socially, somewhere they don't have to earn belonging every 5 seconds. The people who naturally attract others usually give that feeling away without even realizing they're doing it. Not because they're trying to pull people in, because they're finally relaxed enough to stop pushing people away. Magnetism isn't about how hard you perform, it's about how much you stop defending yourself against being seen.